In the previous movie, we took a look at the interaction that occurs between the time management processes and the other project management processes within the other knowledge areas. What we had covered related to planning aspects of the project, but once the schedule is created, it must be managed and controlled. That's where the control schedule process comes in. But there are two processes that will provide important information to the control schedule process: the direct and manage project execution process and the develop project management plan process. The direct and manage project execution process provides work performance information. This tells us the progress of the project's performance. For instance, it will let us know whether the project is performing on schedule, what milestones have been met, are there any targets that we missed. The develop project management plan process provides the project management plan, which will contain the schedule management plan, so you can see how it's necessary that this exists before we can properly control the schedule. As we control and manage the schedule, there will be recommended changes made and reports generated. This will contemplate two processes: report performance and perform integrated change control. Remember that any changes or corrective action requested must first be approved by the Integrated Change Control Board. Now that you've seen the interaction that takes place between all of the processes in the time management knowledge area with processes outside of the knowledge area, we can look further at the environment of the schedule development process. Before we get into the processes that result in the schedule, there are steps that must occur. For example, a scheduling method must be selected, which provides the framework for the schedule model. A common scheduling method is the critical path method. Sometimes the software tool used determines this. Then there's the scheduling tools to be used. This will set the scheduling components and rules for using the components. The scheduling tools are what's used to develop the schedule model. And finally, we have the schedule model, which contains project-specific data. This is where the information is specific to a project's data and information, as opposed to something that's applicable to all projects. The scheduling model will result in the project schedule. As you can see, creating, developing, and managing the project schedule is a complex process overall. There are several pieces to this picture. Like the project management processes to a project manager, some of these pieces may be new to you as a project scheduler, simply because you've not managed a project schedule in this way. While many companies have their own steps and ways of doing this, the PMI-SP certification exam will test you on the methods laid out by the global standards, both the PMBOK guide and the practice standard for scheduling, as well as other methods that may exist today, although the first two I mentioned will be your primary resources. If you're finding that some of the terms that we're going through are new to you, there's no need to panic or be concerned. We'll be going through all this information in great detail throughout the course series. And that wraps up our review of additional details and interactions of the time management knowledge area within the PMBOK guide, closing out this movie.